You've probably heard someone say, the Earth is flat. You might think it's just a joke, but actually, the flat Earth theory has been around for a very long time. For thousands of years, most civilizations around the world believed that Earth was flat. In ancient China, people believed in a concept called round sky, square Earth. Since Copernicus proposed the heliocentric theory, and with today's rapid advances in space exploration, we've come to understand that the Earth is, in fact, round. However, in recent years, a new wave of flat Earth theories has suddenly resurfaced. And believe it or not, over 1 million people firmly believe in this idea. Even more surprising, there's actually a Flat Earth Society in the US, with members that include some well-known public figures. Now, you might be thinking, but wait, there are countless images of Earth taken from space, published by space agencies worldwide. Surely these flat earthers have seen those pictures too, right? So why are there still so many people who support the flat Earth theory? Their reasoning is, let's just say, very questionable. In this video, let me walk you through how flat earthers think. They believe that no matter how high you go, the horizon always appears flat. Even if you fly in an airplane at 32,000 feet or higher and take photos, the horizon still looks flat to them now. For reference, Mount Everest, the highest peak on Earth, is only 8,848 meters, about 29,000 feet, much lower than cruising altitude for planes. So, based on this, they argue the Earth must be flat. They also believe that only photos released by NASA or other government space agencies show a curved Earth, so they think these images are entirely fabricated. Flat earthers even claim that the United Nations logo closely resembles the flat Earth map because, in their minds, governments already know the Earth is flat, but are keeping it a secret. According to their theory, the South Pole doesn't actually exist. In their view, the Earth is shaped like a giant disk, with the North Pole at the center. The so-called South Pole is actually a massive ice wall around the edge of this disk, keeping the oceans from spilling off. But why don't flat earthers just go to Antarctica to check for themselves? Well, it just so happens that in 1959, multiple countries signed the Antarctic Treaty to protect its environment and strictly regulate all activity there. Ordinary tourists can only visit the outer edges of Antarctica and aren't allowed to go deep into the continent. Flat earthers see this as part of a giant conspiracy to hide the truth. They also ask, why are there flight routes over the North Pole, but none that fly directly over the South Pole? They claim that if a plane flew over Antarctica, it would fly right off the edge and into another mysterious world. Flat earthers have their own explanations for everything. They believe the sun and moon both orbit above the flat disk of the Earth. The areas lit by the sun experience day, while the others remain in night. They believe the sun and moon are about the same distance from Earth, around 4,800 kilometers, roughly 3,000 miles. They even reject the idea of gravity. Instead, they believe the Earth is being constantly accelerated upward by some unknown force, creating the sensation of gravity. And what about photos of the Earth from space? Flat earthers claim that if they don't see it with their own eyes, they won't believe it. They insist all space photos are fake, part of an elaborate cover-up. In fact, some of them go even further, suggesting the Earth is like a giant fish tank. We're like fish inside, while more advanced beings outside are observing or controlling us. These beings supposedly created the idea of a round Earth and even invented the entire concept of the universe to keep humanity in the dark. The less we know, the easier it is to control us. Honestly, the more you dive into flat Earth theories, the creepier they get. If this theory were true, the entire knowledge system that humanity has built for tens of thousands of years would collapse overnight. Science and technology as we know it would be completely overturned. In the end, human progress still depends on real science, and these flat Earth ideas, they're just too wild to take seriously.